Good afternoon. It is 4:30 on Friday. It is currently about 30 Celsius out right now. I'll bet you with the Humidex it's more. I'm sitting over at the beach today. Look at this. Look at this water. Oh my god. Look at that. So nice. I haven't vlogged in a few days, so I thought I have to pick up Boo Boo in a little bit. He's supposed to be done around 5, so I thought I'll go to the beach and vlog until Boo Boo texts me to come get him. I'm sorry if you can hear my air conditioner, but it's hot as balls and my windows are up because at the beach there's people everywhere. And yeah, if I don't have my air conditioning on, I'll die. So anybody watching, what have you been up to? Has the weather been good for you? It has been really hot lately, like dangerously hot. I think last week we topped out like in the 40s, and then it cooled down for a couple of days and it has shot back up again. So I think it was, when did I work last week? I think I worked Tuesday and Friday, and I think it was Wednesday and Thursday, I think, were the like days that was like in the 40s. It was ridiculous. Like, I was sitting in my backyard. I have a cover over my patio in the backyard, because otherwise there's zero shade in my backyard. So I was sitting under that and having a coffee and a cigarette and just sitting. I wasn't puttering around. I wasn't doing anything. I was just sitting watching YouTube and just melting. But I refuse to complain about it because I loathe the winter. So we only get like 2 months of summer, so I'll take it. It's fine. I made myself an iced coffee and I put it in Timmy's cup. I went shopping, I don't know, one day last week and a half ago maybe, and I found this President's Choice brand iced coffee, and I bought the dark roast, and it's black. It's so good. So I bought, I don't know, I think it was like $4 a box or something. So I bought 2, and then I bought this great big thing of French vanilla flavored Coffee Mate. It's so good. The 2 together, so freaking good. So I just went out today and bought 2 more boxes of the iced coffee, because damn. And the price is right. So I wish the boxes were a little bigger, but whatever, that's fine. I shouldn't have more than 2 iced coffees a day. That Coffee Mate is wicked bad for the midsection. So, oh, that was the other thing. I think it was, today was Friday, so I think it was Wednesday. I got a call from my doctor's office. I had gone last week sometime, I think, to get blood work and stuff, because I haven't seen my doctor since he became my doctor, right? So I did the initial blood work and all that stuff. Well, that was like probably 6 years ago. So I had called him about referring me to an ENT about my ear. So in doing that, they of course looked up my file and were like, damn, we haven't seen you in like 6 years. You need to get blood work and all the things done. I was like, damn it. Okay. So I went, I don't know, last week or whatever it was, week and a half ago, and got all the blood work done, and that was a chore because the bitch doesn't drink water, okay? But I did down a bunch of Gatorade before I went. But they have to tie my arm off in 2 places, and I have to make the fist to get a vein to pop. And once you get it, getting a needle in there, good luck, because my veins play hide and seek. They're like, yep, nope. I see you. Nope. And I actually got poked like 4 times before the lady finally said, you know what, we're going to go grab somebody else. Like, okay. And she got it, and she, you know, whatever, did her thing. She was only able to get like a vial and a half of blood because my veins were like, yeah, no. That's mine. You're not taking that. Whatever. And they do the sticky things. I don't know what that's called, like an EEG or an EKG or whatever the hell. I don't know. They put all these sticky things on me and whatever. I don't know. They're checking your heart and all that kind of shit. Whatever. I don't know. I do what they tell me to do. I don't ask questions. I don't care. So they did all that, and that was fine. So Wednesday this week? Yeah, this week. This Wednesday. Confused. The doctor's office called me, the nurse called me and said, you know, we have the results of your blood work. I'm like, oh yay. She said that my thyroid is borderline low, which means nothing. But they want to do blood work again in 6 weeks to see if it's just a one-off or if it's something we need to watch closer or whatever. It's borderline. It means nothing. So that was fine. I said, okay. And she went into further explanation of the thyroid and stuff. I was like, it's fine. It's borderline. It really, like, you know, no, it's fine. When there's an actual need to explain something to me, then great. But right now it's nothing. Like, don't waste your breath. I'm not going to pay attention. So she laughed. She's like, okay, fair enough. And the other thing was my cholesterol, I don't know, I guess there's good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. I don't know. But my bad cholesterol, I guess, is slightly elevated, she said. I said, okay, well, what's normal? And she said I think she said something like 3.5. And I was like, okay, well, what's mine? She goes 5. I'm like, again, that's nothing. Like, but okay. She's like, oh, we want to hook you up with a nutritionist and la la la. To which I immediately said, shit, yeah, do that. And it has nothing to do with my cholesterol. I could give a shit. But I have wanted to consult with a nutritionist for years because I'm somewhat of a vegetarian in the sense that the only meat I eat is fish. And the reason for that is that, well, when I was younger, it was mainly red meat. Steak and things like that really hurt my stomach when I ate it. But like chicken I could eat with no problem at all. Pork chops were iffy. I couldn't eat like a whole pork chop. I could have a couple of bites. But chicken I could eat no problem. Turkey I could eat no problem. Things like that. Well, chicken and turkey was pretty much it, really. But red meat and pork was, especially red meat, red meat caused a lot of pain. Pork tended to cause discomfort that I didn't particularly want to feel, so I just didn't eat it. Makes sense. And then over the years, like I would say after I had Monkey, I made a chicken dinner one night and I sat down to eat, and I don't even think I got as far as chewing it. I literally just put a piece of chicken in my mouth and was immediately like, nope. So I don't know if it's the chicken itself, because I never even swallowed it. Or if it just become like texture sensitive to chicken. I don't know. But I used to love chicken. Oh my God, I love chicken. But I haven't touched any kind of meat since. Well, that's not true. Once in a blue moon, I'll go to Timmy's and get like a small chili. But I'm dying for, a couple of days after. But you need the protein and stuff. Like I can feel, like I start to feel really blah and tired, well, lethargic and just blah, right? Overall like crap. And then I'll eat like, I love chili. I'll eat like a small chili or half of a small chili from Timmy's. And though it causes me pain, I feel better. Like that makes no sense, but I don't know how to explain that. I physically hurt, but I don't have that lethargic blah feeling. I hurt, my stomach hurts. I don't think I process it properly, and it causes all kinds of pain and discomfort and whatever. So I wait until I absolutely need to have some, and then I'll do, or even jerky. Like I'll have some beef jerky or something, and it causes me pain like you would not believe. I love the taste of it. But so there's that. So I said, but so I don't do the vegetarian diet thing properly, right? Like I snack on a lot of fresh fruits and raw vegetables and pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds, and I love like dry roasted peanuts and dry roasted almonds. Oh my God, they're so good. I love me a crazy salad, with all kinds of seeds and dried fruit and whatever. Like I love that shit. I absolutely love that shit. But I don't buy like a bag of salad or a head of lettuce or anything like that, right? So because Monkey doesn't eat salad. He'll eat spinach, but it's just spinach. Like I'll literally give him a handful of spinach and he eats it as is. No dressing, nothing. He eats spinach just as is. Naked, as we say. So I don't buy salad because I'm the only one that really eats it. It'll go bad. Like Boo Boo likes salad, but he never goes like, he Ubers all his food. So there's, I'll go out and buy all this food that, I can break up and freeze and it's fine, but you can't do that with salad. So it will just end up in the garbage. So there's no point. So when I do the boys' meals, oh, that's my boyfriend. When I do the boys' meals, I'll say make them pork chops and mashed potatoes and mixed vegetables or something, right? So they'll eat all that, and I will have whatever's left over of the mashed potatoes and the mixed vegetables, and that's my meal. And I usually only do one meal a day, right? So dinner. When I'm working, I very rarely eat at all during the day. I'm too hot. I don't have an appetite. And I can't force myself to eat because then I want to. So usually it's the one meal a day. So I'm not eating properly. Like it's relatively healthy. I mean, it's vegetables, but I know potatoes are very high in starch and potassium. Kind of like bananas, which I loathe. But I don't really eat properly. So I would like to sit down with somebody who understands all that stuff and try to work something out. Try to learn, because I mean, I'm flippant about my health in the sense that I won't go to a doctor. I mean, if I go to a doctor, there's a friggin' problem. And I don't need stuff explained to me until it's a problem. Like, I'm not going to concern myself with it until it's a problem. Like, it's fine. But I do want to, be relatively healthy and, I would prefer to eat decent food that's going to benefit me rather than, eat it. My whole takeaway with food is that you're supposed to survive on it. Like, it's not a sport for me. I don't particularly enjoy eating. I feel it's a waste of time. There are other things that I could be doing rather than, you know, washing, cutting, prepping, eating, and then cleaning up after. Like, to me, it's just such a waste of friggin' time. And I don't enjoy it. It's, you know, I eat to survive, and that's the long and the short of it. But the way that I eat and the things that I eat are not particularly filling. So if I'm not working and I like at work and I'm just at home doing stuff or I'm out running around or whatever, then, you know, like I'll have like I'll stop and grab like a small bag of chips, or like I'm kind of filling up on the in-between with absolute trash, right? Which, I mean, I'm a junk food junkie. If junk food was something that could sustain you, I would be so happy. I'd be eating all the damn time. Love junk food. But that's not the case. So over the last year or so, I've really cut back on my junk food intake. And in the last, I'd say month and a half maybe, I've cut way back on my coffee too. But I'm drinking a little bit more Gatorade, which I guess is fine. I mean, I don't know. I know it's possible to overdo it on the electrolytes. And there is quite a bit of salt in Gatorade, but I don't know. So I find it interesting that my cholesterol is in any way elevated when I don't eat any red meat. But I don't understand how that whole good, bad cholesterol thing works. So, and the nurse was kind of taken aback when I told her. I was like, yeah, like I don't eat meat. I eat fish, and the fish I only eat maybe once a month. So she was kind of taken back too, and I was like, well, but you know, I do like my junk food. I do, you know, things like mainly ice cream and chips. The occasional chocolate bar, you know, when we're having womanly issues. But other than that, I'm a ice cream potato chip popcorn kind of girl. And I have cut that way back. Way back. So I don't understand, but whatever. I'll do the blood work in 6 weeks and see what that says. And they're going to call me when they have a nutritionist available. Or however that works. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Sounds good to me. I'm not overly concerned about it. And then I went to work yesterday, on Thursday, and we have this new hire. I guess she's been with us for, I think this would technically be her 3rd week, but her 2nd week she took off. Like, when she was hired, she told my boss that last week she'd already made plans and put money down on a cottage or whatever for that week. So that was fine. So I've only worked with her maybe a handful of times. And she seems really nice and everything. And they were saying what a good job she was doing. And then she came back from holiday last week and has done a total 180 and is doing everything wicked slow and whatever. And, you know, I mean, last Friday, I worked with the new hire and my boss. And my boss was getting so frustrated with her. Oh my God. I chuckled at her a couple of times and she'd look at me. I'm like, hey man, I'm sorry. But don't get mad at me. I'm doing my thing. It's all good. But your frustration is funny to me. I can't help it. I don't know if she ever like took her aside and talked, because she would never do it in front of me, right? That's just unprofessional. But I guess she was talking to my coworker about it the following week, like this week, and said that she had taken her aside and had talked to her and whatever, and things were not improving. So then when I came to work yesterday, my coworker was filling me in on the gossip, right? And I said, you know, I had spoken to her, to the new girl on Tuesday. And I just sort of said, you know, because she's doing floors now and I'm back to bathrooms. And I said, you know, I don't want to overwhelm you. I don't want to bombard you. I don't think I'm nitpicking on you. Like, but as a general rule of thumb, when you're doing floors, sweep, dry mop, and then vacuum. Because what she was doing was sweeping, dry mopping, and then vacuuming like floor by floor. And so she's running around all over and then, you know, whoever's mopping has to wait for her, and it just throws a monkey in the wrench, right? So this is what I'm explaining to her, and she said that my boss had told her to do it this way, and I said, okay, maybe for that particular house, there are houses where you have to switch it up a little bit because of the flow of the house. But when that happens, you'll be told, like, that will be explained to you. At this house, we're going to switch it up and do it this way. But as a general rule of thumb, the way I'm telling you is the way that it happens. And if for whatever reason that's going to change, they'll let you know, right? Oh, okay, fine. Well, I don't think she's still doing what she's doing. I'm not repeating myself. I hate repeating myself. So, and my coworker's kind of given up too. But yesterday, Thursday, when I was working with the new girl, my coworker took me aside and she's like, we finished what we were doing and left her to do her thing. No, I was bringing the vacuum in. The new girl had gone to the van for a smoke or something. And I was wrapping up the cord because I hate the way she wraps up the cord. It just makes a mess. So I'm wrapping up the cord. And my coworker comes over and she grabs the cord from me and she pulls it all out. And there's all this duct tape all over the cord. Or electrical tape, sorry. And I said, what's with all the electrical tape? And my coworker's like, I sat down yesterday after work at the boss's house and taped up all the nicks in the cord, because if you run over the cord with the vacuum, it eventually wears out the cord, right? With the beater bar and stuff. So she'd gone through and put electrical tape on all the little nicks in the cord. As I'm wrapping up this cord, she took it from me and pulled it out. There were new ones in the cord. And I mean, there was one in the extension cord that, I mean, the wires, I'm surprised the wires weren't cut. The wires were completely exposed. And the orange part of it was wide open. And I'm like, oh my God. There's a part where the hose goes in. You can take the hose off to, like, if it gets clogged or something. And there's little tabbies on it to hold it in. Well, she'd broken one of the tabs. So then we had to tape the hose in. And she was telling me that the day before, on Wednesday, she'd actually broken the rollers off the bottom of the vacuum. I'm like, what is she doing with the vacuum? Like, oh my God. It's like, whatever. Not saying a word. So I don't know, when my coworker and I dropped the van off yesterday, my boss wasn't home, so we couldn't show her the vacuum. So I don't know. And the new girl was meeting up with my coworker at my boss's house. No, she was meeting my coworker at her house, and then they were driving over to my boss's today. So I don't know if she would have gotten a chance at any point to show my boss the extent of what's going on with this poor vacuum. But oh dear. And I said to my coworker, you know, I feel absolutely awful, but I don't like to speculate on people. I don't like to talk behind people's back, but I said, I really don't think she's going to last much longer. I mean, she's not listening, and she's actually getting slower. And she wrecked the friggin' vacuum. Like, she's breaking company equipment. The last girl that did that was just gone. Boot. Like, she was dragging the vacuum over gravel driveways and dragging it up into people's houses so it's smacking up on everything instead of just carrying the damn thing. Like, the vacuum is not that heavy. The vacuum might be 5 pounds. Like, it's not heavy. Jesus. This new girl's not doing any of that, but she keeps running over the cords, and she somehow managed to break the wheels off, and she broke the tabbies off. That's like, oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, I hope not. I like her. She's a nice girl, and it's not like she's, you know, not, I don't know, doing her best, I guess. I don't know, but I was really busting my ass trying to get bathrooms done as quickly as I could so that I could get down and do the kitchen, so that my coworker wasn't doing all the wiping and the kitchens and the mopping. And for the most part, I made it, but we have a lot of houses that have, you know, 3 full bathrooms and a powder room, and it you know, I'm not my boss. I can't get through a bathroom in 10 minutes, like 15 maybe, like depending on what the bathroom is made with, like the materials used in the bathroom, but because some are harder to do justice to than others. But I mean, I was something tired by the time we only did like, I don't know, 7 houses I think yesterday, but fuck, I was tired. Oh my god, I was tired. Yeah, I was like, man, and I'm apologizing to my coworker because she's doing extra, and you know, I'm offering, you know, while you're while you're watching the newbie, you know, vacuum and stuff, because wow, why don't I take the mop from you and continue mopping? Like, let her do her thing, leave her alone to figure it out. I'll mop and you go sit down and take a break, because as the mopper, she never gets a break. I mean, as soon as she's done mopping, she goes out, gets in the van, and off we go. Meanwhile, I've sat and had a cigarette at like every other house, because you know, there's all this time while I'm waiting for her to finish with the new girl. It's like, there's nothing I can do. Like, I always ask, you know, is there anything I can do to help you out? If there is, great. If not, it's like, okay, well, I guess I'll go load up the van and, you know, restock my pail and get out whatever she needs for the next house. And if they're still not out, it's like, well, I guess I'm having a smoke because there's nothing else to do. Don't really need one, but let's kill the time. So I feel bad for both of them. I felt really bad for my coworker. But I tried to give an extra hand where I could, you know. And I really did try to, you know, push myself a little faster. But I can only move so fast. I mean, I'm not a slouch. I mean, I'm not slow by any stretch, but I'm not the Flash, okay? If I have to get down on my hands and knees to do something, it does take me a second to get up, especially if I'm in a wet shower. I don't want to fall. Just saying. I'm a trooper, not a martyr. So I go back in. I have my ENT appointment on Monday next week. And then I go into work on Tuesday. So it'll be interesting to see what everybody has to say on Tuesday. I'm interested to see whether it'll be me, my boss, and my coworker, or whether it'll be me, my coworker, and the new hire. I don't know. We shall see. But anyways, yeah, the weekend is looking like it's going to be a nice weekend. I'm going to pick up Boo Boo actually in a couple of minutes, and when I get home I'll start uploading this. And I have leftover pizza from last night. The boys and I watched Ash and the Evil Dead last night. We're on the 3rd season. It's such a good show. It's so funny. But I was so tired after work. I just went and picked up a pizza when I went to get Boo Boo from work. And we sat down and had pizza and watched Ash and the Evil Dead. So I have a little bit. I think there's 2 slices left. So I figure Boo Boo can probably have that for dinner. And I'll upload this. And then I want to get out and cut the lawn. By then the sun should be pretty much going, thinking about going down. So I can cut the grass. And I want to put my sprinkler on for a little bit because the grass is getting kind of wilty. Kind of spiky. I like me a nice green lawn, so get all that watered, and then either later tonight or I'll set my alarm and get up at a decent time tomorrow and dust and sweep the floors and wash the floors. If I wash the floors, then I can go outside and maybe vacuum the pool while the floors dry. That'll be nice. I like to play with the pool. Get it all clean and sparkly. Probably needs chlorine. I don't know if my boyfriend's coming down this weekend or not. Probably not. I'm hoping he comes down for Canada Day weekend next weekend, but I don't know. My brother was asking me if I'm going to have my usual Canada Day barbecue. I said probably not, because I don't know what anybody's doing. Nobody's got back to me about anything, so I'm not going out and buying all this shit if nobody's freaking coming. I don't, I can't afford that. Like, that's stupid. I don't mind doing it as long as people come, but I'm not putting in all that time, money, and work, and friggin' nobody comes. So I said what I'll do is I'll put a post out maybe on Facebook or something, or send a mass text and just say, anybody that wants to come over, come on over, say around 1 or something. If you want to eat, bring your own damn food. Because I'm not doing anything, so I'm not doing anything other than sitting out on my patio. So bring your food, bring your drink, put your keys in the basket, call it a day. Anyways, we're at the 30-minute mark, so I'm gonna boot. I gotta go get Boo Boo. Try and get more stuff done. So anybody who happens to be watching, thank you. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk later.